Hello everybody and welcome back. If this is your first time here, I hope it's not, but if it's your first time here, my name is Mr. Paul. I'm an artist and an art teacher, and I'm just gonna assume that you are here to maybe do some drawing, do some coloring, learn some new things, and hopefully have a good time with it. Today, we are going to be doing something a little different than I normally do, but I think you can get into it and enjoy it. Our inspiration word or phrase today is listen up. It's all about listening. You think, what's this guy talking about? Everybody knows how to listen. But in reality, I don't know if that's true or not. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to be doing an art project that is going to be, again, a little bit different than we normally do. So I want you to stick around for that. Let's talk about the materials we're going to use. As always, I try to make it as easy as possible. White paper, pencil, eraser, maybe a pencil sharpener, a marker. How about some color, oil pastels, crayons, colored pencils, anything like that to make it a little bit more colorful. So let's start this thing up, okay? Get your pencils and listen up. All right, let's get to it. I want to talk a little bit about the subject matter today. It's about listening. When I talk to teachers and parents of young people, one of the main things, especially the teachers, one of the main things they always say is, it's hard to get my kids to listen. You know, not just hear, but listen and understand what's going on. And then I talk to the young people that I work with, people your age, and one of the things they tell me is that their parents never listen to them. Their teacher never listens to them. And so sometimes I think we have a problem just stopping, not thinking about this, not thinking about a game you're playing, not think about, going to recess or anything, that you're there and you actually stop to listen what somebody is telling you. It's really important because as you get older and you get into middle school and high school, and some of you will be going on to college, it's going to be so important that you teach yourself to kind of stop, focus, and listen to people. And my grandmother, I know I've talked about my crazy grandmother many, many times in the past, but it's true. She's a wonderful lady. She said, when you talk, you are only repeating things that you already know. But when you listen, you learn something new. I want to say that one more time because I think it's so important. When you're talking, when you're talking with your friends and you're talking over each other and everything like that, when you're talking, you're only saying words that you already know. You're only saying things and talking about things that you've kind of discussed before and maybe know. But when you listen, you learn brand new things, and that's always a good idea. Now, instead of doing this project, this is me listening to somebody else, and it's kind of silly and kind of fun. And if you want to do something like that, you can do that. But I want to try to do something that's really kind of challenging, and it's going to also tell me how well you listen, right? So it's kind of interesting how you may think that you're listening, But how many times have you sit there and looked up at your teacher and she's saying something and you're nodding, and then, 20 minutes later, somebody asks you, what did the teacher say? I don't know what she said. So in this project that we're going to be doing, I'm going to give you 5 things that I want you to draw, right? And I'm only going to say them once. And I'm going to ask you to perhaps listen real well, and then I want you to draw those 5 things. Now keep in mind, I'm only going to mention it once. So if you forget, then you don't get it, right? So, are you ready? Is the class ready? Come on, let's get ready for this, because this is going to be kind of interesting. Football, pizza, garden, monkey, and bug. Okay, begin. I want you to draw the 5 things, and you don't have to put them in a scene or anything. All you have to do is just draw a little picture of this, draw a little picture of that. You get the idea, right? I just want you to draw some, and don't look at anybody else's. Try to remember the 5 things that I mentioned, and then I want you to draw small pictures of them, okay? I hope you're doing them right now. I'm going to kind of do a quick sketch right now. So go for it. I know I'm cheating because I'm the one that made up the 5 things. How you doing out there? Here we go. I'm almost finished with mine. How's everybody doing? 5 things. I bet you're doing just fine. When we listen, when we really listen, we comprehend what that person is saying. And basically what that means is that you're not only listening to the voice, but you're understanding exactly what the person is saying. So comprehending something is just a fancy way of saying, I get it, I know exactly what you're talking about. I tell you, if I could go back into my childhood and change something, that would be one of them, because I never relived. I was really hyper and everything, and I was always moving and always talking. I'm sure there are some people like that watching me right now. And I missed a bunch of stuff, right? And it showed in my grades. As I got a little older, I got much, much better. But it's something that I kind of want you to think about, because I think it'll help you a great deal, especially in your studies, or really anything that you get into. I mean, come on. If you play soccer or football or basketball or any of the sports, you have to listen to that coach to know exactly what you're going to be doing. You know, if you're just up there and you aren't paying attention, you know what happens then, right? So anyway, okay, let's kind of review this before we go on to something else. We're going to do another project too. Football, pizza, garden, monkey, and bug. Did everybody get that? I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. These were simple. Now, if I gave you something really, really hard to do or to remember, or maybe even something that you don't know, it'll be harder for you to understand, to comprehend. But anyway, so I want you to turn your paper over or get you another new piece of paper, right? So you have a clear, clean piece of paper to continue when we go into our next picture we're going to do, okay? Oh, by the way, I want to remind everybody that I want you to, and I know you do, but try to do your very best on this. This next one is going to be a little bit more difficult. But I think it's going to be fun. I've done this project several times in my classes when I have schools, and the kids always really like it. So I want you to kind of keep that in mind. Another thing too is the finished product that we do. I am going to be wanting you to color. On this first day, we didn't really color. I just kind of was kind of a practice project for the main project that we're going to be doing in just a minute. Is everybody ready on this? Okay. The first thing that I want you to do is I want you to draw a line. Doesn't have to be straight, right? Just a single line like this. It's not in the center, it's below center, right? And that is going to be the platform or the ground in which you are going to draw and then color what we're going to do, but I don't want to give it away just yet. I want you to maybe get your colors out, get them ready, because we are going to be coloring as we go along. And today I'm doing colored pencils. Again, you can do any color that you want. But anyway, this is cool. We're about ready to get into the second part of this project, part 2 of Listen Up. It's really important. And so, you are going to listen to a story, okay? So get ready.